Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Before we jump into it, Morgan, I just want to remind you guys, tonight the Jets take on the New England Patriots at 8:15 on Thursday Night Football. Now, what's up, Morgan?
Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Thursday. Almost making it to the weekend, right?
Yes, Friday Eve.
Yes. Okay, so former President Donald Trump, he made his first appearance since the reported assassination attempt on his life that happened in Palm Beach, Florida over the weekend. He spoke at a rally in Uniondale, New York, where security was extremely tight. He talked about flipping the state and the possible reason for the most recent attempt on his life. Let's hear more from Trump.
It hasn't been done for a long time, but we are going to win New York. Not once, but twice. And there are those that say he did it because Trump is going to turn this state around. He's going to turn this country around. He's going to make America great again.
I'm not sure why that would be the reason, but, you know, that's what he said.
Yeah, I don't see it, but nothing surprises me nowadays. I mean, Trump does seem to have a lot of support in New York City. If you just, out and about, you'll see a good bit of Trump paraphernalia. Mm-hmm. And, they love to protest, when something happens to Trump. They'll be right there waving their Trump flag right in front of Trump Towers.
I actually drove in with somebody in front of me who had a Trump flag. I had to look at that Trump flag the whole time. But I was just curious, the percentage of people that are Democrats compared to the percentage of Republicans in New York. Do we know? I thought it was 60-40, something like that.
Yeah, New York's always been a
New York and Jersey, right?
Blue state.
In fact, New York actually has voted Democratic in the last 9 elections.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump also said that during the rally, he felt like God saved his life so he can make America great again. Also important to note, New York officials said earlier reports about explosives being found near the site where that rally was. Those reports are false. So again, keeping in mind, trying to keep things safe around New York. And speaking of New York, elsewhere in New York, Brooklyn to be exact, police body cam video is expected to be released in a matter of days following a subway shooting that left 3 people injured, one gravely. New York NYPD Chief of Patrol John Schell, he says 37-year-old Darrell Mickles was threatening them with a knife, and they only shot at him after their tasers failed to stop him. But some are saying that he was shot because he evaded paying his fare. Let's hear more from Schell, who describes the incident briefly.
Involving a person in mental distress, involving a person armed with a deadly weapon, involving an oncoming occupied train.
Yeah, so NYPD Chief of Patrol John Schell, he called it a fast-paced event that happened within 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Besides Mickles, 2 innocent bystanders were injured, again, one critically, and an NYPD officer was also shot. Meantime, Mickles has been charged with attempted assault, criminal possession of a weapon, and menacing.
Is that the one who they said was evading the fare?
Yeah, he evaded the fare, and then the police was following him and told him, I guess they were trying to get his license or whatever it may be. And he pulled out a knife allegedly out his pocket, and they tried to, hit him with the taser. The taser didn't work, and then they fired a bunch of shots on the crowded train.
And hit a bystander.
A couple bystanders.
Yeah. I did hear that story. Mm-hmm.
So that police body cam video should be released in a matter of days regarding that situation. And when it comes to our government, House Republicans have killed let me rephrase that. House Republicans have killed Speaker Mike Johnson's spending bill. Johnson's, he's up, Morgan. Johnson's proposal would have extended funding at current spending levels for the next 6 months and avoided a government shutdown at the end of the month. However, the plan also tied in voter ID laws, which caused 14 GOP members to withdraw their support. If a stopgap funding plan is not passed, the government will shut down on October 1st. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. And do we have time for one more?
No.
Why do you say the government shuts down once a year or threatens to shut down? Once a year.
Yeah.
Well, in the next hour, we definitely will talk about how the Fed Reserve is going to cut rates. So, with the bad comes the good.
That's right. All right. Well, we'll talk about that next hour. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news, some quick sports tonight. Football, Jets take on the Patriots at 8:15, all right?
I feel like that's such a waste of time.
What?
But salute to all the Jets and Patriots fans. But, whatever.
Yeah, well, your team got washed, but my team sucks.
Your team shucks. Shut up.
I am.
His team what?
Sucks.
He said
Shucks.
They shuck too.
That's what you get so mad.
And a little job.
Yeah, we're a little trash. We're a little trash. But good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, y'all. So the Fed Reserve is cutting interest rates for the first time in more than 4 years. Good news for us, right? Yay. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell said the economy is making strides and further detailed their decision. Let's hear more from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell.
This decision reflects our growing confidence that with an appropriate recalibration of our policy stance, strength in the labor market can be maintained in a context of moderate growth and inflation moving sustainably down to 2%. Our economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. The labor market has cooled from its formerly overheated state. Inflation has eased substantially from a peak of 7% to an estimated 2.2%. Our patient approach over the past year has paid dividends. Inflation is now much closer to our objective, and we have gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably toward 2%.
Yeah, so the central bank cut rates by 0.5 point. The decision lowers the federal funds rate to a range between 4.75% to 5%. Interest rates had remained at their highest level in over 2 decades since July of last year. And the Fed had maintained a goal of lowering inflation to 2%. Again, as previously mentioned in the audio, it's at 2.2 or something like that, or near there. August saw the 12-month inflation rate fall to 2.5%, its lowest since February of 2021. Now, investors say the Federal Reserve interest rate cut has added significance to the presidential election, with that just being weeks away. Historically, it's the closest to the central bank. It's the closest the central bank has come to enacting and easing a cycle just before an election in nearly half a century. A brand new rate cutting phase tied this close to November 5th hasn't happened since 1976 and 1984, the elections then. So yeah, very interesting to see that the rate has been cut.
And that's great because it'll help people with purchasing homes, and that'll help people with borrowing money for cars or home improvements or anything that they need. Any type of lending, so the interest rates will be a lot lower, which will help you when it comes to pay these things back. So that's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As Charlamagne says, all the things that matter to the people. Speaking of things that matter to the people, Vice President Kamala Harris, she will speak on abortion rights in Georgia this week. Now, Harris will host the event on Friday to highlight her support of reproductive rights, likely focusing on Amber Thurman and Candy Miller, 2 Georgia women whose deaths she blames on the state's abortion ban. Now, Harris's campaign says she will highlight the stark contrast between her commitment to fight for reproductive freedom and the devastating and deadly consequences of Trump's abortion bans. Georgia's bans abortions after fetal cardiac activity is detected, which is usually around 6 weeks. So if there's a heartbeat, an abortion cannot be carried out. Now, Thurman, she died after doctors made her wait 20 hours in an Atlanta hospital while she experienced complications from abortion medication. Miller also experienced complications from abortion medication, and her family says she too was scared to seek medical help because of the Georgia's state abortion laws. Now, Thurman's death was ruled preventable by the state, a committee of 10 doctors. And during the NABJ session that Kamala Harris sat down with them for, she said this young mother should still be alive, raising her son, because the woman had another son, and pursuing her dreams of attending nursing school. She went on to say, this is exactly what we feared when Roe was struck down. In more than 20 states, Trump abortion bans are preventing doctors from providing basic medical care. Yeah, so it's really sad to see what's happening as of that now. Meanwhile, California Governor Gavin Newsom, he's weighing in on Trump Politicking podcast. He spoke on the Politicking podcast when he said the debate between Trump and VP Harris was terrible, adding he almost had a word with Trump regarding the state of California. Let's hear from Newsom.
It was terrible. You can't look at it objectively and not make that conclusion.
Did you and Trump have any words?
No, I didn't. I want to have some words with him today after he's trashing California. He was here in California at his golf course right on the coast, the Pacific Ocean behind him. Couldn't be more beautiful, saying it's the worst state in the world, trashing everything about California.
Yeah, so he didn't like that. Newsom said it was obvious that Trump lost the debate. But after it was over, he watched the former president tell reporters and associates that he won. He didn't like that. What was that?
When he said it was terrible, what does he mean? Trump's performance? That's what they was asking him about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His performance was terrible. And for my last story, the Biden administration has announced, ladies, if you shop at Shein, Temu, listen up. This one's for you. The Biden administration is announcing new regulations to curb the significant increased abuse of the de minimis shipping exemption by Chinese e-commerce giants. The White House says Chinese retail giants like Shein, however you pronounce it, Temu, and Alibaba have all abused the de minimis shipping exemption, which allows shipments of $800 or less to enter the U.S. duty-free, flooding the market with low-cost items while evading tariffs. Now, the volume of these types of shipments entering the U.S. has skyrocketed from 140 million per year a decade ago to over 1 billion today. So the administration plans to introduce new rules to close the loophole, like enhanced data collection for the shipments requiring detailed information, a 10-digit classification number, and the identity of the filer. So I'm not sure how that's really going to impact those shippings that you get, the all of those things. But I'm just saying, be on the lookout for it.
I think that's crazy because I think a lot of people use Temu and Shein and Alibaba to furnish their homes, to buy their wardrobes because it's so much cheaper. They can't afford it here. So now you're taking that discount away from people for what?
And it was disrespectful.
That's what they're saying.
Morgan,
that's what they're saying. Go ahead.
You was disrespectful to just say ladies as if we don't shop at Temu. I shop at Temu as a band.
What you begin from Temu?
I bought
ladies
like 3
and
pair of
gentlemen,
cargo
anybody
pants from
shopping
Temu.
at
I didn't even know Temu had
Alibaba, Shein.
Temu has
basically,
furniture.
Their prices are way too low.
Their furniture gets pushed to you all the time. I just asked somebody yesterday because I wanted to go and get one of the bathroom organizers. Like, have you ever ordered from here? And they were like, well, it's just like Shein, so you might as well just do it.
Well, the prices are too low, and
the government always in somebody's business.
Well, that's your front page news. I'm Morgan Wood. Make sure you're following me on social at Morgan Media. And for more news coverage, be sure you're following the Black Information Network and BINnews.com. Thank y'all.
How was your Temu short, Charlamagne? Is it like one leg longer than the other, or what they find? Was it like to go to
the
control?
cargos were cool. I bought 3 pair of cargos.
No problem. They wash well and all that?
Temu. I mean, I didn't wash them. I only wore all of them once. I mean, it was only like $9.
Have you ever ordered from Shein?
I never ordered from Shein.
I just want to see if the quality is different or if it's the same thing. Because it gives it's the same thing.
You be ordering your hair from Shein, right?
Don't play with me.
Wow.
Do not play with me.
Wow.
This is theory of strands. This is, no, trust me. This ain't those prices. This ain't that.
Okay. Well,
the government and Charlamagne always in somebody's business.
Thank you, Morgan.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.